Oh boy. So somebody wanted to put in some EMGs. He said, I have a set of 8185s lying around. It's in drop C, made of mahogany. It should be great. It always sounds great with mahogany. I'm somewhat in my comfort zone with an EMG mahogany combo. You guys, okay, let's forget the Tonewood debate for a second. Not that you guys will ever bring any evidence over about what it is and why, but it's as if there's some special thing about EMGs that magically bypass whatever's in the wood. Like there's this claim they make them all sound the same. Like if you put EMGs in any guitar, it'll just sound like the same. Guess what? If you put any pickup in any guitar, it'll sound like that pickup. There's not something magical about mahogany. Listen, if you got an alder body and you want to put EMGs in it, put the EMGs in it. Ash, maple, whatever it is. Just the mahogany, get out of here. Get out of here with your stupid claims or back them up. Somebody even answered, that's because EMGs have an active preamp circuit inside, which internally makes EMGs sound like EMGs no matter what guitar it's in. Back that up, man. So because it has a preamp, it makes it sound the same in any guitar. So is there a... okay. I know we have guitar matching with some of these plugins and stuff, but normally when you plug into a guitar amp or preamp, does that preamp magically cancel out the guitar? That's all a preamp is. It's not any different if it's inside a pickup as when it's outside a pickup. You guys are nuts. Back up your claims. Okay, so I'm still having major trouble finding something to compete with Agile, man. Like, even the $1,000 EMGs, they come with like this crappy battery compartment. It's not the nice one like in the Agiles or even in a lot of cheaper guitars. The Harley Benton Amarok looks good, but there's no Floyd Rose option so far. The others, like the Solar guitars or whatever, I didn't really see one that I wanted, but even still, when you compare them with the Agiles, they're not made in the Korean World Music Industry Factory. They're made in the Indonesian one. And for twice the price of the Korean ones? I don't think so, man. All the other world music brands I've been seeing, the Chapmans and stuff, I just don't see any guitars I want from them. Even if I don't want a neck through body, I'm having a lot of trouble finding something good. I really like having a battery compartment that I can pop things out on. I don't like the screw in, screw out kind of. I mean, if I have to put a battery inside the electronics cavity, it's probably okay. But man, it just sucks. It's nice to have that. It's really handy to have that other piece. So man, if you guys got an idea on something like, listen, something pretty like an Agile, good fretwork, good everything else. I mean, these things cost $500 to $700. They came with EMGs or Duncan Blackouts, Floyd Rose, the whole deal. Let me know. It's a 7-string neck through body. I'm really looking for something. Another note. Man, you guys who use Logic, I don't want to lose you as customers, but I beg you to switch to something else, at least for your audio side of things. Jeez. Sounds like the routing is still a nightmare on that thing. I thought that every DAW would have internal routing, like, for side chains and everything else, but like multiple, like, so Reaper has 128 channels inside every track. I'd hope there's be like 4 that you can get to normally on any DAW, but that may not be the case. I wonder. I don't know. I don't want, I'm not going to say everybody should be using Reaper, but it would be easier. It kind of sucks testing plugins because they're going to work in Reaper. You got to test them in other stuff. I think Alex from Audio Assault had said to test them in Fruit Loops. So, speaking of all these narcissistic obstructionists, I am fighting for the soul of Reaper, at least outside of the Reaper forum. Reaper forum's still in good hands. So it's not just for that purpose that I'm starting a new channel and a new users group on Facebook called Evidence-Based Audio Engineering and Education. I have a video up already, and I'm going to have some more videos. It's not going to be like these off-the-cuff live videos. These are all going to be edited videos that are hopefully going to be highly educational, without the hype, without any of the nonsense. I've got one up on our multiband gate right now. It's like almost an hour long, but it's a deep dive into it. If you really want to watch it, go watch it. It's unlisted at the moment, but I will be pushing this in a little while. And I'm going to have a users group for this channel. And I'm going to invite all the Reaper users on Facebook over to it, because I'm telling you, you know me, I'm a free speech zealot, but it's gotten so bad over at the Reaper users group. And really, it's only this one rogue moderator's fault that I can tell. Sure, there's always going to be jerks that get in the way, but the moderator should take care of them, not the people who are trying to help. So we'll be doing that. Evidence-based audio engineering and education. When you see that in your feed, please join. And speaking of that, because they're doing new videos, I had to get a lavalier, wireless one. And I'm surprised how it goes right through the wall. No problem. What I'm really tripping out on, and this is a good one. I've heard people actually getting good sounds out of this particular model. What trips me out is just how great you guys get lavalier sounding. I don't know how you do it, man. These are like omnidirectional mics picking up every old noise, and it's nowhere near the guy's mouth. I always see it like halfway down their shirts or whatever. And somehow you guys get them sounding good. I wish I knew how. So I guess I'll be learning, because I'm going to be walking around with, I was trying to think, can I just hold a mic in my face? But no, I'm going to have to use one of these things. I'm going to be crawling underneath drums and everything else. I had another issue this week. I was trying to mix something. When you get too familiar with people, they no longer really heed your advice anymore. It's kind of that familiarity thing. So I had to go to Outsiders to do a critique of some playing and recording and writing and stuff. And man, this has always been a theme. It comes and goes, but tuning, man, playing in tune is such an important thing, and mess ups and everything else. It's a thing. I was just thinking about it the other day. The guy who recorded this, he's not really ever sat through a session with me where I just hammer on the guitar players or whatever and make sure that they're doing okay. So he's been having to learn it by himself. So it's a little tricky. So I was hoping to get some advice across the net, have people listen to the thing and give me some ideas. Maybe I'm being too picky and I should just shut up and mix it. But turns out that people hear the same kind of things that I do. And I think the gist of it in the end is just how important it is for you to be able to hear when things are bad, to have an idea of this is what it's supposed to sound like and this is what it's not supposed to sound like. And to that end, I'm going to try and provide either links to or provide my own files of stuff that you can use to hear that something's been recorded well and how to deal with it. And watch, I'll epic fail on that one. You guys will all slam and flame me for it, which would be fun, just as funny. So that's good. But I guess, thank you guys for your responses. The takeaway was you got to know when it sounds good and when it sounds bad. And when it sounds bad, do it again. Thank you. And finally, it's another short one. I want you guys all to know that you can contact me at any time about any gear or software, whether you make it or not. If I got an answer, I'll try and help, or recording question or whatever, or just jump in our Discord at AIXDSP. And we're there to help, man. We're not there to be narcissistic obstructionists. And this has been a pretty ranty one, but that's how I feel this week. It's kind of crazy. And we'll see you guys next week.